Today I'm talking club path. I'm going to fix the outside in path like that one there, and I'm going to fix the inside out path like that one there. So if you're either golfer, this video is for you. Club path is still at the top of the pile when it comes to ingredients that golfers are working on. Well, today I want to address both of those club paths. The first one, which is the over-the-top move, the outside-in move that makes a golfer come outside in and hit that wanger out to the right. A club path of outside in 9.4 degrees. Now, there's a big fraternity of golfers that do that, and if I'm honest, the over-the-top move, the over-the-top phrase, is a phrase that I have a little bit of a distaste for, because it implies so many nasty things, but we'll come on to that. There's equally the other side of the coin where you might be a golfer that comes too much from the inside and you are fighting a shot down to the left, 12.6 from the inside. Now you would think that these two shots are completely different for a golfer. Well, they're not. And let me tell you why. Because they're both linked, you've guessed it everybody, to your grip. Now, I'm not going to labour that point, but go check out my grip video because that will fix your grip. Now, depending whether you live on the side of an outside-in club path or an inside-out club path, we need to talk about the relationship your club face is to your path. So the box on the right-hand side, the face to path value, this is the value that will, without doubt, pick yourself up, lean in, folks. This is the ingredient that will change your path forever. Let's take the guy or girl that's inside out, 12.6. Their golf ball has finished to the left of the target, so their club, when they're coming through strike, is traveling in this direction. But yet the golf ball is going in the opposite direction. So me as a golfer, as a human being, if I was to turn the steering wheel of the car to the right and the car kept on going to the left, the last place I'm going to try and turn the steering wheel is to the left. So the last place that I would start to work is trying to change where I'm pointing the steering wheel. It would be the connection of the steering wheel to the front wheels. And that connection is by way of the face to path. If I now swing that club from the inside out at 12.6, and I now have a face to path value that's no longer hook, I've swung from the inside at 13.2. I didn't quite get the 12.6. I got close by some 0.6 of a degree. But the face to path value has now gone from being 12 degrees shut to 3.8 open. Therefore, if I steer the steering wheel to the right for much longer, the ball's going to keep on going to the right. So therefore, if I was to get the face to path value 3.8 and I was to now change my path to the left, all of a sudden that golf ball would fade back onto the target. So I now moved my path to the left. Granted, my face to path was a little bit too much. Let's do that again. Let's try and reduce it. See if we can just get a 3.8 face to path. That will be a little bit closer to what we're looking for. So we've got a 5.3 face to path positive, and the path was left. Now I've hit my target. If I was to swing on that path line outside in, and I now made my face to path value the same as the hooker just a moment ago, that outside in path with a face to path value of negative 12, that would have got dangerously close to that wall. I backed off of it a little bit. Look where the golf ball goes now. So if I was to then get the golfer to have a face to path value, the slicer, the over-the-topper, the over-the-top connotation that is absolutely horrendous because it implies so many bad things. But functionally, your over-the-top move, however you see it, is coming from what your face-to-path is doing on a regular basis. So I now keep the face-to-path value at -12. This is for the guy that's over the top. And I now ask him to change his path more from the inside. Well, quite frankly, I never ask people to change their paths. I just get them to re-establish the face-to-path value that's going to suit the need that they want to change, i.e. their club path. If they were to keep their face-to-path value at -12, and you can watch this happen in real time if you go and check out my live lesson with David, and if you go and check out this live lesson with Sam, you will see that you hang out with a negative face-to-path value, and before you know it, you will find yourself making your club path more from the inside. So top of the pile, above all else, if you don't fix your face-to-path value, you will never, ever, ever change your path line. Forget all this garbage about stopping yourself coming over the top. Because stopping yourself coming over the top for those outside inners is about holding your shoulder back, tucking your arm in and swinging out to the right. If you change the path and the face-to-path isn't better, you're going to be hitting it down Mrs. Miggins's pie shop before you know it. You might have a nice pie. The waistline might get a bit fatter, but let me tell you, you won't be any happier on the golf course. You'll be sweating, be hot, and you'll be overweight, and don't want any of that business. So now that we've established that when you have a path line that's more outside in, you tend to get a face-to-path value that's positive. And when you have a face-to-path value that's negative, you tend to have a path line that's positive. Now we know that bad demonstration by the coach there. We wanted a bit more of a face-to-path that was negative so that he saw it draw back. So there we go. Once you've established that the face-to-path value is the way in, how do I change that, Stuart? You go and change your golf grip. Fix your grip. If you're living too much in the negative face-to-path value, the likelihood is that your right hand is too strong, is too much under. If you're living in the slice camp, the face-to-path that's too positive, you're invariably having a left hand that's too weak. Fix one of those. Go check out my grip video. Once you've done that, once you've simply done that, for those of you that are slicers, I want you to think about your leg action on the way back. I want you to get some wedges. Now you can pick these up on that popular online retail venue. Link is in the description below. Stick the wedge on your right foot. Make a backswing and use that wedge to push your right hip back. What that will do, with a good face-to-path value and a good grip, that will start to make your path arrive more from the inside because the hip is tracking back. There's the path from the inside at 5.4. So as you make these backswings and you use your right foot, come on Stuart, get a grip man. As you get that right foot pushing in your backswing, it will push your hip back and it will start to lower your arm plane that has lifted in your backswing to accommodate an outside-in path. It is this easy, folks. It is this easy. Get your right foot more activated in your backswing with your better hold, and you will start to feel your right hip opening up. You'll start to feel your left arm tracking across your body, and you'll start to come more from the inside before you know it. Those of you that are hanging out with too much of an inside-out path, now you've fixed your right hand grip and got the right hand more on top, what you need to do is you need to put the wedge on the other side of your golf swing. Because invariably, when you're trying to make the path come from the inside, you stay side on to the target. You keep your back to the target, you swing from the inside. That helps you get the path inside out. So for you, put the wedge on your left foot and make some back swings And now as you pull the golf club down, push your left hip back from your left heel. And what this will do, it will start to make your path line more outside in. Hip is back, right shoulder's through, path is more outside in. Now all of a sudden the face to path is positive because you've improved your right hand grip, and you can now make the path line much better for yourself. Now that's both extremes. So when you think about how we change this path line, first of all, you need to fix your face to path. You need to find out what is causing your face to path value to be either too positive or too negative. Get yourself on a TrackMan, pull up the face to path value, forget all other values, and just work on that first. Don't worry about where the golf ball is going in the sky to start with. Just fix your face to path value. Once you've then got it either negative if you're a positive guy or positive if you're a negative guy, then work on your leg action. If you're looking to get your path more inside out, once you've got your face to path fixed, use your right leg more in your backswing. You will start to hit more from the inside. If you're someone that's been closed face to path, now you've fixed your face to path and you're more positive, now all of a sudden as you start to pull the club down, use your left foot more so that you can start to get your path line more outside in. Once you can start to feel the two compared to where you've come from, all of a sudden you can turn the volume knob down so that you don't have a path outside in 7 and a face to path open at 6. You can start to blend it and then start to get yourself a little bit more neutral. And when you start to do that and you feel some more neutrality with your golf shots, you will have control. Just like controlling yourself and not walking into Mrs. Mickens' pie shop every single time you see it. Control your face to path, you will fix your path line. Over the top is for another day. But I might get amped up on that video, so stay tuned for that. If you are new to the channel, I drop videos like this a couple of times a week. I try to do more, but it's a busy old life at my end. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe while you're here. I would really appreciate it. Are you tired of paying too much for your premium leather golf gloves? Head over to gxgolfgloves.com. These are gloves tried and trusted by elite amateurs and tour players alike. Enter my code GOODCOACHING to receive 10% off your next order. Go try them out. You won't be disappointed. Share with your friends, and that, my friends, you guessed it, is good coaching. Whew.